You dad of the year, the best up in here. Don't compare, swear not to bring a mom to tears. You the dad right now, up there goes the fears. Earth shake, window break whenever you are near. You get it? Let's go and get it. 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 Calm down, no sound. If you go to court, they're gonna try and keep you bound. Want to destroy your crown. This your seat that's growing town. Don't look not yet, ready, set, let's get focused now. Go dumb and sit no longer tripping cause I get it. My feelings don't be silly, stand so high, no limit. That boy's cold, zero below. The system war them cuss, we're too spiritual. Yeah, shout out to truth that's knowing, so many clones ignoring. The plot, no time to relax, disappointing kids performance. Mom thought she could control them, one job we see she's doing. Come now.
It's also your child. But if you don't respect me enough to where you need me to sign with my rights just so you can have control over it, you got it. You have control over it.
That's not. But then you would still have to wait for me to give those back to you. It's the same thing.
No, I don't need to wait on my child. I don't need to wait on my child. I don't.
I want it to be like, yes, if you choose, like, hey, I want to go pick him up. Hey, can I go pick him up?
Because I'm orderly. Everything has to be in order. Like, you got your days.
Okay, then you have your orders. But if there's a day, like you just said, you want to be a father. A father is every day. It's not when you have your days and when I have my days.
I understand that, but hey, clearly that we can't do that right now because we got to go to court to get me to where I get the same amount of time when I'm well more, if not more, qualified to raise my child than you are.
I can't even talk to you through the app without getting into an argument.
You how come? I'm not arguing with you.
Because you take offense to everything I say.
Don't say nothing to me now, other than what we're talking about now. If you ask something about Jacob, I've already told you. If nothing major come up, he's good. Like, you don't have to ask me, did he eat?
From October 2019 to really until September, the child remained with you and resided with you.
Yes.
And it wasn't until this case started in October and now post December 12th that he's actually had time with the child, correct?
Correct.
That's why majority of men with kids don't even have custody, or even when they have joint custody, the mother always have majority custody. I'm gonna show you why they do this in this clip here. Let's go.
All right, y'all. I think Soraya's at that age where she's gonna know who she wanna go to the most. So we're gonna see who Soraya wanna go to the most. So if you wanna start with you, wanna start with me.
Let's start with me.
Already.
Soraya.
Come on. She just ripped the mess out of my neck.
Soraya. Oh! No, girl, I ain't playing.
All right, now you just take it.
Look,
now watch this.
Go.
Watch this.
Oh.
Turn around. Soraya, come
Wait,
here.
go this way.
Soraya, come here. Yeah, baby, yeah. So watch this. Soraya, go.
Oh! Wait, turn it. Wait, okay.
He needs some milk.
And you know what's crazy about that? I'm gonna say all babies are daddy's little girl or daddy's boy. They all love their father more than the mother. But what the mother do is basically it's called manipulation. Basically what they're doing is called alienation. And they teach their kids, son and daughter, at an early age to hate the father. When the father is in a picture like this, they will always go to the father. They are better parents. And it proves to you right here. It shows you. But this is why mothers won't let you see your kids. I bet you there's somebody in my comments that can't see their kids. I bet you there's somebody in these comments that can't see their kids because of this. They don't want you to be happy for nothing. They don't even want their kid to like you as a father. And people always tell me, why you say all? It's not all. You don't like women. You hate women. That's shit show.
Don't play no games. That back and forth, it's a sign of time for change. Why complain? Accept the fact, we're to blame. Doing the same thing. True meaning of the same. Your dad of the year, the best up in here. Don't compare, swear enough to bring a mom to tears. You the dad right now. Okay, good. I'm right here.
Just taking photos?
Yeah, I'm making a video.
Why do you watch me play?
You want to call mommy right quick? Huh? Okay.
I'm a suit. I'm a superhero. I told you I was a superhero. This is so cool, this suit.
All systems online.
Hey.
Grandma with the biggest turn, and we got it now.
Woo!
Take our jet, pioneer,
Then we call him champ. Raised by a righteous man. From the most high we've been stamped.
trying to make us strong, and we ain't even started camp.
Woo!
Plan ahead, someone said it ain't fun no more. If you gotta grab a torso on my G, you gotta go, you're unrelatable.
Why complain? Accept the fact we're to blame. Doing the same thing. True minute of insane. Your dad of the year. The best up in here.
And it wasn't until this case started in October and now post December 12th that he's actually had time with the child, correct?
Dad.
Come in, sir. You want to sit here? Alright, so what comes? 1, 2, 3, 4.
So
Let's go
close.
right there. What number is that?
4.
Well, the number's over right there. Count.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Keep trying.
5.
5.
5.
The number right there. Count.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
1, 2, 3.
3.
I'm talking about.
2.
1.
1. Blast off.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right. Launch the rocket by counting down by tens.
And it wasn't until this case started in October and now post December 12th that he's actually had time with the child, correct?
Equal.
Do you think I can be a hero too?
Of course. Listen. You have people telling you, saying that there's no way out. Or glory goes to God, provide a way and say the truth now. Don't be on that, you doubt me then, but look at me now. Or you looking for clout, man, that crap will wear you out. I remember. Some say the greatest lie ever told was the devil making the world believe that he doesn't exist.
Surely, you will not meet your demise if you take a bite of that apple.
It's second to none, in my opinion. This untruth is what have the majority reveling in the chaos because they are only thinking in the worldly sense, like Eve when given the opportunity to go and gain power. From the start, this was a trick to turn the Most High people away from what he really has asked of us. The mindset, I'm a body with a soul, instead of being, I'm a soul within this flesh suit, is prevalent here. That's why so much value is placed on temporary things throughout this world. I've fallen for this trick. It's happened when the Most High started opening my eye to a different level of understanding during my spiritual walk when I was younger. I allowed my ego to rise up and cause me to have animosity for anything that happened to deal with the church because I just felt like I was lied to. I started questioning if this imaginary man was real, and if so, why was everything falling apart in my life when I sacrificed so much just to end up in a similar situation like the one I'm talking about during this judicial process. That may sound bad and have some folks asking why I continue following beliefs that you end up having to lose everything in the end. I would say at that point that was during my divorce, and it was more rejection was my protection. I will speak more on this in Finding Peace with Parental Alienation series, so stay tuned. One thing I will say is that the Most High showed me something that let me know that I was out here wilding if I thought that I was going to obtain peace without following his instructions. I saw that I had to become one with self and recognize that walking that narrow line still riddled with seeds from when I was leaning onto my own personal understanding. It only allowed me to see the play of the enemy firsthand, which in a way is a good thing because I'm able to show the viewers truly what's going on. Like, unfortunately, I have to lose everything again, but I was more aware and I caught on
early to where I was able to document it to where I'm able to see, like, hey, the Most High can still get glory from this. So this is why I'm here now. That lie,
Surely you won't meet your demise.
it leads to people believing that they can be lukewarm and playing the fence will be sufficient for the role of the spiritual CEO of your family. If anyone believes this is possible, then they've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived. To get you to come from up under your spiritual covering is all part of the plan.
Welcome to Peace Beyond Understanding. I'm Macro Spirit, and I'm here to give a perspective and confession of the lessons I've experienced on my spiritual walk during the judicial process.
For those who take the role of being a spiritual CEO of your family serious, this video will give the understanding of the tough decisions a CEO may have to make to ensure he doesn't lose himself during this walk.
For it is written, he that hated to be reprimanded is in the way of the sinner, but he that feareth the Lord will repent from his heart. Ecclesiasticus chapter 21 verse 6.
Now, I took pride of being the head of my home. Throughout the judicial process, what stood out more than anything about the opposing party, how they spoke about my character. They claimed that all I did was argue with SM1 and SM2 because I don't like to be wrong and I think that I know it all. This baseless claim seemed to be the only justification needed for the lawyers, the judge, the flying monkeys to team up with the mothers to cheat our sons and sever the bond of their father. These practitioners use my ignorance of the system that we must deal with to make it seem as if character is solely an angry tyrant who refuses to work well with others, and the mothers who lied, manipulated, and made choices only benefiting themselves were these blameless, innocent angels. Deep in my soul, I live for correction, even if that person's intention is to bring hate, because it only allows me to check myself and course correct if I see that the point is valid. The song I did, Obito, you hear me talking to SM2, and she was telling me how the time with me was the worst, and you know, she settled for less. It was rock bottom for her. And speaking, you know, right off the cuff, you can see where when she stated things that was riddled with hate, you know, you can see a true reaction. And I actually thanked her because I'm not getting mad that you're calling me this, and I'm still able to wish that you get someone better. That lets me know that God, what he's doing with me is working. And with all that said, after seeing SM2 performance in court and it being so traumatic, to have to experience that again, I refused to. So I accepted the final order as it was, and it was the only way that I knew that I could move forward and seal any of the openings in my foundation to allow someone like that around me and, you know, get back on my mission. Today, I will address why I believe that the child in this situation is the only one who was truly violated throughout this process. I would then explain why things had to happen from my perspective when it comes to the relationship with our son, and finish by expounding on how a spiritual CEO can find healing and move forward with nothing hindering his walk with the Most High. Now, I want to assist fathers who seriously take the role of being a spiritual CEO in understanding the things that isn't mentioned at all from the custody stories that I've heard, but now I'm able to speak on due to finally being able to see it in my case. That is, the final order is where the Most High gives power of life and death to both parties. You just gotta trust that the Most High doesn't put more on you than one can handle. So it would be wise to operate within the parameters of that final order. I will expound more on that soon, but if you are the ones who get in your emotion and start seeking validation from others on how great of a father you are, you will be taken advantage of and distracted from reaching your truth and highest potential. Here's an example of a guy that I saw had this issue.
It's like I gotta choose between my child and my marriage, and it's getting old. It's getting very old and frustrating.
Between your child and your marriage, what is you doing? I mean, like, what's going on?
I'm recording, man.
No, I ain't recording because you ain't dropping that shit. I don't give a damn about no Facebook, no YouTube, or nothing. No. And I don't care nothing about that. Because my thing is right here, you pay $500 a month. You can drop it. I'm going to put your business out there. You pay $500 a month in child support, and ain't nobody doing no extra. No shoes, no clothes, no toys, no nothing. All that.
What you talking about, man? My son needs some shoes.
I don't give a damn. No, she can get your shoes out of child support money. She get the shoes out of child support money. That's what you pay child support for. The court ordered child support. You ain't got to do else. And she ain't giving nothing else. She should never took the child support out if she needed more money.
You shouldn't feel like that.
Why shouldn't I feel like that? I'm that child. You too. I don't give a thing about that. Shoes. Come on, to get some extra shoes and you pay $500 a month in child support. You ain't buying no shoes. You ain't buying no shoes. You buy shoes. You buy them shoes. You buy them shoes. That's it. That's it. I'm saying you pay child support. What you pay the child support is for?
I'm saying, still though. If you need some shoes, I'm gonna get the shoes.
No, you ain't getting no shoes out of here. You ain't. It don't matter. It does not matter. No, you don't need to buy no shoes. She get the shoes out of child support money. $500 a month. That's what y'all agreed on. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You want to get some shoes? You get some shoes, but it won't be in here. It won't be in here. You need that, baby. It won't be in here.
You doing?
Get your ass up out of here. I'm getting your ass up out of here. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting your ass. You want to buy some shoes? You want to buy some shoes? It won't be in here. I'm getting you up out of here. Getting you up out of here.
Playing, man.
No.
No, what that man?
No, ain't no put no. No, you want to get shoes? You want to get shoes?
Really? Man.
Oh no, we getting your ass up out of here. Yeah, we getting you up out of here. That you won't get no shoes in here. You can get some shoes, but it won't be in here. It won't. Watch. Yeah, that's right. Ain't no you, the child, and the mama. All y'all. And guess what? You want to get shoes, you got that big. Matter of fact, why her husband can't buy him no shoes?
It ain't his responsibility.
It is his responsibility. He married. If he married her, he take on the child too. Why he can't buy him no shoes? That's what I don't understand. He probably calling him daddy.
No, that I show this to expound on a specific example of warfare that related to my presentation. There's a lot of spiritual warfare going on in this brother's life, and I do plan on doing a deep dive if the Most High see fit. But I hope this brother figure out whatever the Most High is trying to teach him during his walk at that moment. The part that I want to speak on is the wife's understanding of the power the brother got, but yet he is too emotionally caught up, looking back and about to turn into a pillar of salt. His wife, you saw how she was ready to allow him to blow in the wind, and a lot of the commentary that I heard talking about this video, they were talking ill on her. But as a spiritual CEO of your house, you must know that a man is a fool if he's allowing someone from the old operation, his old relationship, his old contract, the ability to come forth and do things that disrupt his new operation, his new contract, when he has a contract that outlines what he's required to do, which is the final order. From the worldly point of view, the kid needs shoes. He feels, he needs to take care of it, being that it's his child. Normal, right? Spiritually, you have a mother who kept the child. Guess the father, whatever happened with that, they went to court and they have a final order. He was paying on it, but he's been asked to pay more. And unfortunately, when he created the new contract with his helpmeet, that he went before the Most High and raised up as the person he wanted to cover with his blessing, is advising him that he's been taken advantage of with this giving frivolously to the old contract. It's clear that this wasn't something discussed, and here we saw that it wasn't agreed upon either when that contract was created and signed. She has the right to voice her opinion in disagreement and not be viewed as being out of order by the Most High. How so? Because she understood the situation with the final order. I don't even think that she knew it from a spiritual standpoint, but she understood, like, hey, you went to court. If y'all needed more, you should get it stipulated that you needed more. This is a system that's put in place to actually give her the biggest benefit. And if she needed more, then she should just give up the child and let him take care of it, because hey, with the amount of money that you're giving, you can probably do better with the child just being in your possession, especially if you happen to give more. So she understood that. The guy, because he was in his emotions, unfortunately, he was looking back at his old situation, Sodom and Gomorrah, about to turn to a pillar of salt, and again, she was about to let him blow away in the wind, but she was ready to kick him out. Now, that's what I realized about my situation.
I have the evidence, Jude. What more do you want other than custody?
We want primary physical custody, as we discussed. We want talking parents. We want the court to rule in on the exchanges at each other's houses. Receiving parent can pick up from the other one's house.
Right.
Child support will stay in place as it is.
Yep.
We're also asking for arrears, and we're asking for attorney's fees with the right to submit a memorandum of fees and costs. Thank you.
Perfect, thank you. All right, I'll take the matter under submission, review the exhibits I have not had an opportunity to review, and get you a written decision.
Pay attention and how I use the rules SM2 fought deceitfully to get put in place to control me, and how I flipped it to where I basically have control over her, which goes back to the Garden of Eden, where the Most High, he stated that
the wife will have desires to control the husband, but the husband will rule over the wife.
Remember, I initially wanted to ensure I was taking care of my son to the best of my gifts and abilities.
How I have your will towards you. Like, I have nothing towards you. Like, yo, I wish you the best. Like, yo, I will give you your peace. Like what? Like, matter of fact, even if we were together, how is that gonna help? Me sitting around not being able to enjoy it. Because I don't know if this dude is calling me his father yet. So,
All I asked you was to work through things with me.
Hey, and that's what I'm doing. Like, me knowing my child. Me knowing that this is my child. Me knowing that this is my child. You don't have to pay. I would easily go in there and like, hey, bam. Hey, guess what? Now, I can put them on everything. Now, I can put them on everything.
SM2 goal was to gain control over me, the person who was spiritually her husband, according to the Most High. Take note of the Samaritan woman. SM2, she was short-sighted by her greed for clout, money, and the power over our son. She fell for the illusion set by the enemy to be willing to sell her soul to get what she wanted.
Surely, you won't meet your demise if you bite this apple.
As for the child support, the final order was issued and set the amount for support. I'm sure she was excited because now she gets this given amount for a child for the foreseeable future. Our son was 4, and man, the more I go up in my career, the more money she's getting. That's what I'm pretty sure she was saying, and that's what the practitioners that handle her case probably was telling her. What she didn't understand is that if one isn't able to make that payment, although it will be another trying legal process, a person will be able to adjust it. She fought to get something that I was willing to do from the onset, but gave false testimony in an attempt to get the average person yearly salary, but ended up getting lawyer fees from a guy who was ready to take advantage of me if the Most High would have granted me to pay to teach me a definite lesson. He was asking for around $10,000 before we even entered the last hearing, so I'm sure he added more ridiculous charges afterwards.
And we're asking for attorney's fees with the right to submit a memorandum of fees and costs. Thank you.
You know, for being willing to go before the court in that last hearing and sell his soul by plotting to take advantage of a man who was just trying to live righteously. I'm not sure if these requests that they put in these orders are legit or it's just there to have the judge consider, but on the outside of that motion, they come up with a deal with the client and be like, well, we're going to ask for this, but we're only going to charge you this. I'm not sure if that's what goes on, but let's just say that if she has to pay what he was asking for, I'll feel bad for SM2 because I was willing to be there for my son. But she was greedy. Like, he told her that, you know, we can get the $1,200 for the last 4 years and we can get it continually and we can get lawyer fees and all that stuff. And now she's stuck having to pay that. She loses out on a father who's going to want to be around his child because he sees that the mother is trying to line him up, and the final order allows it. Now, the final order was used for clout by SM2 because the language that's in it made it seem as if I was only worried about her, which gave her the ability to flaunt it around her circle.
Do you believe that even if he asks, that's his primary physical and primary legal request today, do you believe that's best?
No.
Can I ask you to go to my first strike back? Why not?
Like I said prior, if he focuses on what's best for you, then yes. But if not, then no, because everything is an argument. Everything is about me. Everything is about me. Everything is about me.
I can't even talk to you through the app without getting into an argument.
How come? I'm not arguing with you. I'm
Because
not
you
arguing
take
with you.
offense to everything I say.
Don't say nothing to me now, other than what we're talking about now. If you ask something about Jacob, I've already told you. If nothing major come up, he's good. Like, you don't have to ask me, did he eat? When I got the orders, I let her know that I asked her where she would like to meet up at, and I let her know. She said we're gonna come to each other's home, and I told her that I didn't feel comfortable due to the fact that accusations.
My question, sir, was how has your relationship been since you've been exercising your visitation?
It's been interfered from day one.
So you haven't had a relationship since September?
No, like we ended up choosing, she would tell them on the first day, and the second visitation, she chose to meet at, we was meeting at, for that month, she, after like couple visits, after like 8-9 visits, she changed the location. She refused to meet me at again, and she was basically saying, you need to come to my home. That's I was saying, I don't feel comfortable coming to your home. She filed a CPS order on me, basically saying, claiming that I abused her, and that again made me get to the point where I don't feel comfortable coming around her or being around her.
So do you understand my question?
You asked me about the relationship with my son since I had him, and this is the relationship.
What you've told me after I asked you that question is the poor relationship you have with the defendant. You've never told me anything about your relationship with your son.
My relationship with my son is awesome when I have my son.
What you told me is my relationship has been my relationship.
It's been
That's
awesome.
the best that I have from you so far.
My relationship with my son is awesome. Like, we're able, like, he's training, he's training in boxing, he's training in baseball, he's having fun, he's able to play with his brothers. We're spending time, I'm working with him.
So you've been exercising your visitation since the order was put in place?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. But it's been hindered. Like, she was calling and texting nonstop, where I had to, my relationship has been awesome with my son when I was able to get him and actually spend time with him. So. And that was, that's really it. Like, that was it. I wanted to authenticate other things, but,
a few moments later,
I wanted to show you how it's been affected.
How what's been affected?
My relationship with my son due to the harassment that I've been receiving from this. But I guess I thought we was here also to prove the contempt as well, and
the contempt for
her not the orders and not honoring the orders that you gave for September.
Okay. Did you want to talk about that?
Yes, sir. If you go to Exhibit 31.
What is Exhibit 31?
It's text messages that Mr.
Between the two of you?
Yes, sir.
A few moments later.
Okay, and these assist me in what?
Understanding, first of all, the orders basically said that we only communicate through Talking Parent. And you see these are text messages, and if you go to page 4, you will see where where October 25th is. You see where
Hold on, don't tell me you can't get into the exhibit unless it's been. Any
okay.
objection to 31?
Yeah, we just object to authenticity. If you look at it, Your Honor.
A few moments later.
I have your
Go ahead, you
objection.
can admit it.
If you look at October 25th, you see that she messaged me over 28 times, and I let her know, like, she was asking simple things, like she was texting me in what you comment, talking parent.
And were you responding?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And she would reply every time she would text me a talking parent. Then she would text me in the phone saying that she sent a message, and I was like, you don't have to message me.
And you believe that she's in violation of
because
the order with regard to talking parents?
Yeah, talking parents
Okay.
said, you should only be communicating unless.
All right, I'll admit 31 and give it the weight that it deserves.
And you see, like I know on these, this is from October 18th. Even, like it was between that time, I had. This is from October 18th through October 26th, and you see how many times she messaged me, and it was just harassing. And I asked her numerous times to not do so, and that was it.
Previously,
it's everything is about me. It's everything is about me. It's everything is about me.
Now, I heard you say that earlier, but I want to clarify your testimony. If he focuses on you think, or focuses on the child and not you, you believe that joint legal custody is in the best interest, not joint physical custody,
Not
correct?
not joint physical.
It's disappointing though to see that she cared more to champion untruths than she does for our son having his father for more than 80 hours. Not wanting to get upset and try to prove the untruths or fall for the drama that SM2 may try to put me in with others that may come around, because what was the purpose of that lie being placed in the order? So when I started looking at it from a spiritual point of view, I was like, oh, she need this to continue build up the energy with whoever else that comes around him to make it seem as if, look at this person still wants me, yada yada yada. So when I saw that, I stopped any communication unless it had to do with our son. The order also stated that SM2 and I must only communicate through the court order app Talking Parent, excluding emergencies, but even then she still have to communicate through the app to let me know that something major is going on, because it's not like your house is burning down every day. They also offer the option to make a call in case she do need to call me, and it's recorded through that app. Now this app, it keep all communication neatly documented and restrict any false allegations from all parties involved. And you will see like here where it got the time, it got who sent it, you can see when they reviewed it and all that stuff. So if you're going before the court, which again, like this happened before, so I'm not trying to tell you to look forward to going before the court, but it's best if you do have to go before the court to talk through something like this, because everything is all lined up and it's legitimized, and you don't have to worry about trying to get it authenticated within the trial, because it's a court ordered app. So they ordered it, so it's already like they understand what they're dealing with, and you don't have to worry about the argument of it being tampered with or something like that. Like in my lawyer video where when I would show text messages, that was one of his arguments where, well, we don't know if these are legit, and it looked like they were copy and paste, which again, for the judge, it only makes it to where he's like, well, you're right. Like, even though the judge is seeing it, if he would gave a favorable judgment to me, he had to deal with the lawyer filing an appeal and more than likely going to win, because he could argue with, hey, these don't look legit, and it's not like I went and paid money to have them all authenticated, because again, that's just more money. So Talking Parent, that court order app, if you have to deal with a custody situation, I would advise a person to communicate through here and keep it through here. And being that that's what the final order stated that we had to communicate through, I had no problem, because it takes all the untruths out of it, because everything is documented and it's already authenticated for the courts to see. Like recently, she messaged me and she was asking me that I change my number, and I let her know that it doesn't matter. If you need to talk about anything, you can do so through this app. And it basically kept her from wanting to, go off script, because when you are on that app, she understands conversation was easier to handle, because when you're dealing with someone who used these manipulative ways of speaking, it's harder for them to do that if they have it being tracked. Once I saw that, I made sure that, if I spoke about things before, I would say it's addressed, and she would have to go and find it, because when dealing with a person who's would use lies and stuff like that against you, you need to document. And this is giving you that opportunity to do it. Like, you might not be great at first, but as you go, you'll start seeing like, oh, I got more peace. You'll have more time of dealing with the chaos in an orderly fashion. So what the final order really does for us is it allows boundaries to be set and walls to go up and keep that old life in check. In a spiritual sense, the righteous man is free to continue to build a new life, while it really affects the person who wore masks to achieve those results based on a false character. They are now stuck living a life where they must continue playing a role that is false. Realizing that I wasn't looking at it from a spiritual point of view, I understood that it wasn't worth continuing to fight for custody for our son, as I have shown in the previous presentations. This is where I transitioned to seeing that the violation wasn't to me, but really for my seed. For context, I was the one who asked to confirm paternity. I requested primary responsibility of our child when I saw that SM2 stated that she was living beyond her means and required gifts of money from her family members. I took the time out to give an understanding when writing my responses, while also ensuring that I gave an example while showing my sons a respectable character by being willing to go before the courts in a pro se capacity, being that I was a retired military vet, college graduate, and I hold a solid career in the field that I got my degree in, with a clean record. And still, with all of that going for me, I was only allowed 80 hours a month to being part of my son's life. I didn't understand it. Like, who can explain that phenomenon? Like, you telling me a person who is doing all of this only deserves to be in this child's life 80 hours, and the person who is coming in here with no proof of anything, showing you that she can't even provide for herself, she gets all of this? That's when I knew I had to attack it from a spiritual standpoint, because a worldly standpoint, like, I've seen things where they talk about, you know, they make sure that that one parent is the non-custodial parent because it increases the amount of money the states get, you know, whatever, you know, by the large amount. That's the only way I can truly see the reasoning for them treating my son like they did in this situation, because it's clear that this person isn't fit to be taking care of any child. But I'm not here to talk about her, but it's punishing him for what? Being foolish to fall for a woman, a person who is willing to come before the court and is willing to destroy everything that she was a part of. Come on, man. I'd be foolish to expect to go back through that process hoping someone would see different, especially when all that was allowed to be signed into law with that final order. Here you see where was not a good father before I brought forth the complaint for paternity. That's foolish, because you hear the conversations that me and SM2 was having, and the fact that I even brought forth the complaint. If I would, it just don't make sense. Like, they were trying to attack my character and make it seem as if I was always arguing, and I guess that's what they were trying to go with, is this person is coming in here just to start what's coming. And me seeing that, I made sure that when I talked that I wasn't aggressive or anything.
I mean, in a public area, we won't be talking like this again. We'll be in a public area where we don't have to worry about breaking in or any abuse. That's it.
Notified him here that it's been 5 weeks of exchanges, and you would like to try exchanging at one another's homes rather than the casino, correct?
Yes.
You offer him picking up from your house?
Yes.
You going to his house?
Yes.
You going both ways?
Yes.
Relays in the future, you say, would be better for if the two of you could work together, correct?
Yes.
And did he agree?
No.
But he wants to hold you in contempt, correct?
Yes.
Did he offer you any other options besides the VA, the police department, or Aliante? Did he offer you any other options besides the VA, the police department, or Aliante? One of the things mentioned is that you were trying to force him to drive to your home. That's what he said. You offered to drive both ways, didn't you?
Yes.
When was that?
What is it, 10:29?
Okay, did he accept?
No.
Go to bait 6, 5:24. What did he say to you, 5:24 p.m.?
I would like to keep it at Aliante, but if you would like a change, we can do the VA hospital.
So please read your response at 5:45.
I would like to try my suggestion and see how it works out. If you'd like for me to pick him up on Thursday from the VA hospital, I can do that.
And then at 7-Eleven, he disagrees with you and says casino or VA, right?
Yes.
Did he offer you anything besides those options?
No.
Previously.
Did he offer you any other options besides the VA, the police department, or Aliante?
No.
Did he offer to move, strike that, did he ever move off of those two options and offer a different alternative like he said he did in his pretrial brief?
No.
Did he offer you any other options besides the VA, the police department, or Aliante?
No.
So in essence, if you didn't go to the VA or Aliante, he didn't see his son.
Right.
See what you suggested that I pick up at your stepdad?
Yes.
Did you not put in your filing that your mom was willing to testify that I broke into your house?
Yes, but it's my stepdad.
Is that your mom's house?
It is.
Okay. I'll any further questions.
Real quick, go back to the exhibit he just asked you about.
Changes, I think that they should be in a neutral location.
Why?
Just due to the fact that I know that what she stated wasn't true. And
What evidence have you presented to me today that would indicate to me that it should be at a neutral location?
the fact that the conflict, I feel unsafe with her making up the accusations.
Why?
Because she's in court stating the accusations as we speak right now.
You didn't refute the allegations. You didn't refute the allegations. You didn't refute the allegations.
Previously.
All right, go right ahead.
Okay, so I want to start off by saying that the reason we're here is to determine the best interest factor. I looked at NSR 125C.0035, and it was basically saying, you know, due to the fact that the assumption should be that we both should have primary joint custody. I was looking at it, and I noticed that one of the factors were, you know, the domestic abuse or whatnot, and I want to. It was presented when we first came here in July that the reason that we ended our relationship was due to me doing domestic violence to Miss, and I wanted to bring Exhibit 12 in to show when that was the case. Would I be able to do that now?
What is Exhibit 12?
Exhibit 12 is a video of us in here, and her lawyer was testifying, basically saying that that was the reason we ended.
It's a video in this room?
Yes.
Then it's already part of the record.
Okay, cool. So I would like to present Exhibit 1. It's a recording that I took of when me and Miss did that I recorded when me and Miss were having a custody exchange, where she basically stated that what it contradicts what her lawyer stated and they put on the record.
And the purpose of this
is to show you
is what?
To show you that, you know, so that won't be a factor that they bring up into court that can use against me, or I want to prove to you that that was a factor that shouldn't be in court. The fact that she said and stated that our relationship didn't end due to domestic violence, and you know, it was the fact that
Object to any relevance, any fact, any weight towards
if
one
that's
of the parties brought up. It's irrelevant.
Yeah, I'm not.
If that's a factor, domestic violence, if that's a factor,
If you committed domestic violence on her or the child, it would be a factor for me to consider, but I don't know how a conversation. Was the domestic violence during the conversation?
No, she basically, like, because it was
so she denied the domestic violence?
Yes, she denied it.
Okay, well, if she testifies that you committed domestic violence on her, then it would be appropriate as rebuttal.
But when I would like to authenticate it due to the fact that it's evidence that I'm saying and I want to put on record.
What does this have to do with the decision I need to make today?
To show that her best interest, the best interest of our child is to come in here and, you know, not lie under oath. And she was willing to lie under oath.
Okay, the best interest of the child has nothing to do with whether you're lying under oath. That's not any of the factors that are considered. So I'm just having a hard time understanding how this would be relevant.
Well, like if best interest factor is domestic violence, and she's saying under oath that that I committed domestic violence against her. But if it's not, I'm okay with it.
And we would object to relevance, as this court well is aware. You need a domestic violence conviction, and just because a domestic violence conviction may be absent doesn't mean that domestic violence did not occur.
No, but
So, as far as, I mean, if he wants to try and bring that in for that, we don't see any relevance to that whatsoever to the court's determination, as this court's heard.
When was the recording made?
Oh, it was October 5th.
And was she aware that the recording was being made?
Oh, yes.
And how did she know?
Because I recorded everything, I videotaped everything, and she knew that.
That doesn't indicate how she knew.
Can you explain to me how she knew she was being recorded?
Like, other than she knowing that.
How did she know? That's the question.
Because I
Did she
told
see
her.
you record her?
Yes, sir.
How did she see that?
Because I had the GoPro camera right there with my watch going.
So she was aware that you were recording at the time because you
Yes.
had the camera in her face?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I'm still having a hard time understanding the relevance of her having that conversation. You didn't refute the allegations. You didn't refute the allegations.
I didn't know how to refute them.
Okay. Okay. So you want changes and where are you suggesting that happened?
We can keep it at Aliante. I mean, keep it at Aliante. Like, I wanted to do a VA due to the fact that it was actually equal, but she chose Aliante. I'm okay with keeping it at Aliante.
Okay. Anything else? All right, thank you.
You saw where even the judge was like, well, you was taking care of the child before you knew. I'm like, yeah, because I was promised that I would be able to figure it out later. And once I saw that this person was, being unfaithful from what I understood that we agreed upon, once I saw that, Your Honor, like, I'm here fighting to make sure that I'm a part of this life, this child's life. And let's not even talk about the things that I did specifically for my son. Having the example set by a man that has the accolades that I have is by far a greater influence than any alternative a person can think of.
This is easy. Drive the emotions to the matching face. Surprised, happy.
This one is surprised. Okay, drag, surprised.
Surprised.
This is happy. This is mad or happy?
Mad. Happy. Well done. Which picture shows someone who looks scared? Correct. That person looks scared.
She looks
Drag
great.
the expression that makes this face look scared. Drag the emotions to the matching face. Surprised, scared, happy. Surprised. Scared. Happy. Right. You unlocked a new background. Want to see my new background?
Which picture shows someone?
Well, I finished that part.
Which picture shows someone who looks happy? Right, that person looks happy. Drag the expression that makes this face look surprised. Drag the emotions to the matching face. Scared, mad, happy. Mad. Scared. Happy. Way to go.
You see here where they claim that one of my other sons tried to sexual exploit his little brother and beat him up. And here you see where it was no evidence for any other false claims. When I saw that, I was just like, how would anyone as a father think that they can establish a productive child situation when the mothers were rewarded for planting seeds of untruth all throughout the foundation? How would your child find you to be honorable, seeing that you must beg a woman to do whatever because she got the power and you are basically stuck sitting there begging, similar to this guy right here.
You gonna give me my baby or not? I can put my own child in the car. Don't touch my car. Give me my baby so I can go.
You're making a big deal in front of
When you give me my baby, you can go. I am grown. Don't touch my car, man. Don't touch my car. Oh, stop.
Now you're starting and jealous.
You still got it on camera? All right. Now, she don't want to give me my baby. I drove up here for 2 hours, and she don't want to give me my child.
There's no car seat in
Yes,
there.
it is a car seat in there, man. Car seat right there.
Let me put it in.
No. Give me my baby so I can go. You don't need to be in my car. It's a car seat. You gonna give me my baby or not?
I'm trying to put it in.
I can put my own child in the car. Don't touch my car.
Spiritually, what I noticed with these court orders is that they were trying to remove the Most High's punishment for those we place in a wife position, especially if we are operating with a woman who is utilizing the documents that is falsely categorizing you to attempt to control you. Problem with the orders is SM2, she believes she had more power than she truly had when I ignored all the crap that was written in the final order and accepted only the 80 hours and was trying to work to keep a relationship with our son. Since she wasn't held accountable when she first started withholding our son before we went into the final hearing, she started withholding our son again after the final order. I was blessed to see it all, and I looked at it and I saw that the Most High was asking me again, choose life or continue going down this path that will result in the destruction of everything that you built. Now, the stuff that y'all built together, yes, that's getting destroyed, but the stuff that you built is also at risk. And if you continue going down this path dealing with this individual, get ready. And this is the moment that I understood the spiritual reason why Abraham was asked to take out Isaac.
No, I'm not yelling. I want you to give me my child so I can go home. I'm not screaming, but I just want my child so I can go home. Well,
She
get in the
asked
car.
me to put her in.
No, she did not.
Sophia.
Come on, man. I ain't got time to be playing with you. Well, I'm trying to
This
go
is
home.
not a game. It's
Well,
not
give me
that
my
big
baby
of a
so I
deal.
can leave.
Alright, now you're making her upset.
All right, you got all this on camera? We will be showing it to the judge when we get my baby.
Okay, Robbie. You've been saying that for years.
Okay, and give me 10 days. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. So you're not gonna give me my baby?
It's not a big deal.
Are you gonna give me my baby or not?
Allowing your emotions to have you voluntarily stuck in a situation with a wicked individual, you're signing up voluntarily to be tortured. Shout out to Kanye West. I remember when he made a statement about slavery that upset a lot of people. Listening to him now, I ask myself if this situation with his children and his ex and what we know with what he's dealing with played a part in him making that statement back then. Because it's not like, oh, today you did something, we're gonna separate. No, I'm pretty sure that this was going on back then, and he was just thinking to himself like, man, I gotta be here, I'm choosing to stay here. This is like slavery, yet I must do this because I want to be a part of my kid's life, because that's truly the issue that I hear when he's speaking about stuff, having to do things just to see his child that he doesn't think that you should have to do if you're a parent as well.
For it is written, as for my people, children are the oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee causes thee to error, and destroy the way of thy path. Isaiah chapter 3 verse 12.
How free are you when you must live the rest of your life kowtowing to a woman who is doing things just for attention, good, bad, it doesn't matter. You were shown that she was wicked, and you see that because she knows she's about to lose you. And even if she's foolish enough to go and leave you thinking that, oh, I can find better, the reason they come back, she see that she's not going to get someone at that level that's going to invest their emotions into her to where now she's stuck. So she's going to do everything that she can to keep you there with her, stuck too. Sodom and Gomorrah, Lot's wife. She go out looking back, trying to chase that thrill, to only find out that, hey, locks are changed here. You're no longer welcome. So again, that's what the final order is, and that's her choice. Instead of her taking the orders and actually taking what was given to her and doing right by them, she's like, oh no, let me play games, let me withhold the children, let me sit up here and try to raise more income, like they choose death. Like, you know, some people might think that that's life, and for those, then, you know, by all means you have the right to look at it however you want to look at it. But I think that that is a clear sign for a spiritual CEO. You got to ask yourself, what decisions should you make when dealing with investment that you have to put so much into but you get nothing back in return?
In different ways. And I always dreamed of being, because I grew up in the house where the only time my mom and daddy would see each other and they wouldn't be screaming, would be in court. Okay? That was the house I grew up in. And that was the bitch part about it, because mama used to drag us to court just to show the judge that she was buying clothes for us. And I hated that. I hated having to go there. I wouldn't be allowed to speak to my daddy. And, you know, he couldn't speak to me. And then when we step outside and stuff, the two of them start yelling at each other. And then next time I see my daddy and I go to hug him, he think that, you know, well, you took your mama's side last time and stuff. You know, I hated that. And I didn't want that for my parents.
Yeah, it's pulling two ends against the middle.
What can one expect to come from someone being raised by someone who is willing to make all these false statements that will land them in prison? You saw the claims, like you see here. There are claims of I put my hands on her, claims that I was breaking into her home, and you even see her where she was trying to gaslight me into confessing to raping someone.
With you saying that you fucking girl.
When did I say that? when did I say that? Come on, man, you're saying like you're recording.
You were talking to D. I'm not recording because this is off the thing. But two, I don't want to put it in the chat.
Yo.
When you said you were talking to D and you were like, hey, if we're thinking about marriage and this and that, let me tell you this. How did you expect to wrap around that?
The what?
Me having a right there.
What are you talking about? When did I say this?
The beginning of this year. When you proposed, you were like, oh, since we're talking about marriage, I was talking to D and I haven't told nobody this, but I'm going to tell you. And you can sit there and laugh.
I'm laughing because it's making me smile, man. Like, it's really making me smile. But it's cool. It's cool. We're good.
So you didn't think that was going to affect the way I saw you?
Hey, if it did, yo, it did, I guess. Because I don't recall that. But, you know.
Like me having you didn't think that was gonna...
Hey,
yo, can you stop pointing the camera on me because I don't want you sending the video to everybody.
Hey, you were standing here like, I'm not finna sit up here. You claimed all this other stuff. We're good.
Claim what?
That all this. But then I said somebody. Come on, man. Like, come on, man. Stop it. Yo. Stop it.
Now I know. Yeah. You're showing face for court, acting as if, oh.
Yep. Hey, I guess that's what it is then. Like, you can assume that until we go back to court. Like, seriously, like, I'm not finna sit up here and, like, come on, man, stop it. Stop it. But, again, this is what it is, man. This is where we're at.
A few moments later.
Thank you. Where's my tablet?
It's right there.
Where?
Yeah, go to court, man. God.
Like, you don't want him going to church, you don't want him doing baseball. He misses practice every Thursday. Like, you don't want him doing nothing that doesn't involve you. How is that fair?
How is that fair to me?
What? Because that's what you said.
When did I say
that? Right there?
You want to indoctrinize him
like how you want this and that.
The whole time.
Like, the conversation.
Okay, which party pet? What have you been doing?
Okay, but like you lied. Come on, man. Stop it, man.
I thought you meant video recording.
Yeah.
Come on,
yeah.
I'm saying, you don't want doing nothing.
You've been trying to, like, come
Dad.
on, man.
Dad.
Like, I'm
Dad.
telling you, man, you're
Dad.
You're funny, man.
Dad.
So what do you do? So do I post my videos on YouTube and all these other things?
Daddy.
That's what that's called.
Daddy.
Like,
Daddy.
You knew you was recording. Stop
Daddy.
it, man. Shut up.
And then, okay, so you think telling me to shut up is respectful?
Which player was best?
Yes or no?
Which player?
Because that was one of the things that we talked about when we were dating this year. Is when
you would tell me to shut up.
About that.
Which player was best?
When's your birthday? Yeah, but it's 1.
god, the cops. Oh my god, the cops are here.
Alright, yo.
Noticing that a person is willing to do all of that, come on, man. Ask yourself, like, if she's not choosing life in the situation and being like, oh no, I don't need this, it's best if I give this child to the father who I see is gonna do a better job at raising them because he done did such a wonderful job in his own life. If they're not willing to do that, then unfortunately that child, I know people would like to be optimistic, but you have to also understand that the consequences of you choosing the wrong person that to have a child with, that person may destroy your child as well. So this is the reason why greatest lie the enemy ever told was,
Surely you will not meet your demise if you take a bite of that apple.
Is second to none. Is because in a spiritual sense it infiltrates everything, and it has people thinking like, oh well, things could turn out right. I'm like, no, the Most High told us that, hey, the curse for the man was, hey, you must work this earth until the day you are called to the upper room. If child is raised by a woman who isn't willing to get out there and get her hands dirty in a righteous way, let's pray, in that sense, that the Most High allow you to get the child. But just understand, like, if this woman refused life, you gotta understand what that means for that child being raised up under her.
From the dry ground, which he called land, he then created plants on
Okay, turning 3 lights on. Thank you. You're very welcome. Yes.
Nice giving kids, I like that. Come on. On the 5th day, God created up there.
Fortunately, most fathers don't see how wicked a person is until they sow the seed within her, and all of a sudden the red flags just are so clear.
What's her name? Whatever. Okay. We're supposed to pick up a child? I'm picking up my child. I don't have to give y'all my child. Okay, well I guess there's like some kind of court. Listen, I'm gonna say this one time. Okay? Please don't touch my phone. If a person violates the court order, correct? Then they are liable. I don't see why y'all come to my house when it's called y'all, but when I call, y'all don't go do nothing in her house. I don't know that's what the rules are, and that's how y'all been playing. Do not come to my property, stay away from my property. This is private property, do not come on my land, nothing. Don't come here about this whatever she files, see her in court. That's all she can do. I wouldn't give y'all my child if my life or your life depended on it. No, I'm not here to I'm here to see that mother comes to take. She can't come to my house. If she comes to my house, I'll split. When we are here, she can't come to my property. That's part of the court agreement. No, the court agreement is to pick my child up on Sunday. She went on vacation and violated the court order. I don't owe her anything. I would not have my child if she would have obeyed the court order, and y'all know that. So guess what? You're not coming to my home. You're not coming to my home. I'm just going to talk to you. Well, you talk to me, and that's it. I went to 7th District. I filed a report on her for abandonment. I gave the officer when he called. I gave them a police report. Do you want to see it? Yeah, absolutely.
Bobby returns a moment later with a police report from the day prior, showing that the child's mother had failed to pick up the child.
Sunday at 10 a.m. So guess what? She violated the court order. And then when she gets back from going out the out of town, then she wants to come here and come down and file shit off. You can't abandon and break. And I'm going to tell you how sick it was. On the 15th, my mother died. On the 15th, my mother died. I sent her a message. We only communicate through our family with her. Right, because that's what the court should do. Yes. I'm going to show you what this shit is.
A few moments later.
I'm sticking to the court order. And then she goes out of town. Don't they say 10 a.m. on Sunday? But y'all want to arrest me? They want to arrest me, but they just sat here and read everything. They just sat here and read it all. And then turn around and say, well, you're right, she did violate it. What the fuck is wrong with y'all here? I get tased for not going to jail because all I did was obey the court order. She disobeyed the court order. She comes here and they come back to my house, but they didn't go put out to arrest her. Yeah, your brother.
A few moments later.
Then booked into jail on charges of resisting arrest and felony interference with custody by parent or others. He spent 4 days in jail before being released on a $1,500 bond. The felony charge of interference was dropped, and Bobby proceeded to trial to fight the resisting arrest charge. The court found him guilty in early October of 2025. This encounter makes a few things clear. First is that officers will make arrests, even if they don't believe that the law is ethical, or that you're guilty of violating it. Second is that you should never answer your door to engage in a consensual, police-initiated encounter without an attorney. In most cases, they're not there to help you.
How much more do we have to see where women are given this leeway and control over situations that is showing that they are in the wrong or unfit to handle that responsibility? Sure, fortunately, this might sound cold, but that's life. And spiritual CEOs, you have to operate outside of your emotions. It sucks because people try to make it seem as if a person is being extreme when you tell them to think logically, and that's what we have to deal with when we're in this world where the enemy has infiltrated so deeply that we have to truly understand and show that we are approved by the Most High, because it's rough out here. So choices, if you're in your emotions, man, you're gonna get taken. It's no way around it. In that situation, yes, your mother has gone to the upper room. Daughter, she would have been stranded. Okay, yeah, you go pick her up this time, but make sure that he put things in place that doesn't allow it to happen again. Emotionally, you got to deal with your emotions. That's just a given. The enemy, the world, is not your friend. And unfortunately, when you don't understand the Most High's way, because this is what the Most High say, to be friends with the world is to be an enemy of the Most High. So if the Most High is telling you this, that means if you're choosing to play by the rules of the world, they definitely don't care about you. Look around. 90% of mothers have custody, fit or unfit. You can't tell me that you believe that all these fathers are these horrible fathers, and then you hear the story. Look at Chirac and all the other hoods. You don't have fathers there, and they try to make it seem as well it's because the fathers left. No, I'm showing you where you telling me I left when I was the one that went for the courts and was asking to take responsibility of my son. You telling me I left, and then I have to sit back, even though y'all gave the mother all the rights. You telling me, I gotta sit there and allow her to continue to destroy my life? Man, come on.
Are not happy with themselves or life. So they do things to destroy the production of life, starting with themselves and their children. They don't care about their children's growth. The man must be established as a villain over everything. Your daddy ain't. That is the theme of a whore. Your daddy ain't.
A whore got John the Baptist beheaded.
Who? You tell the story?
I don't know how you pronounce your name. Salome. How you say that? Salome? According to biblical accounts. Solem's?
And Gomorrah?
Yeah, Solem's dance led to the beheading of John the Baptist, and she had been depicted as a temptress in many artworks and literature works.
Well, you said a temptress. See, people need to really know what a temptress is.
Right. That's a female temptation. No, a temptress.
That's a stripper from back in the day. During biblical times, they called them temptress.
That's a woman sent to trick you out your spot. Somebody sent her to trick you out your spot.
He just have to suck it up, right? That's what you're telling me.
Yes. But with a little more spiritual context, he should understand that he's operating in Babylon. He's operating in the world. He is dealing with someone who has shown herself to be his enemy. After report stating that the child was left unattended because mom went on vacation, what he must do, because he's playing in that role, he needs to go to court and deal with what he already started, but make sure that something is put in place next time with the mother, to where if the child is abandoned by the mother, it wouldn't affect his life, and stand on it. What else would you suggest? I fell prey to this mindset before, to where we try to prove to others and gain validation for being a stand-up father. Being that way got this guy shocked and arrested, which is unfortunately the usual thing that happened in these situations. Sure, it would be folks who agree saying that the woman is wrong, but that's just a distraction and the attention that she wanted. Forgive yourself for not doing your due diligence and understanding that you're in Babylon. Even if things are lining up, you gotta remember to test the fruit daily, because the enemy, man, he's gonna come to Eve. Once the enemy shows himself in the people that are close to you, you must cut them off as soon as you recognize it. Let me be clear. I'm not here to try to put a battery in your back. I realized that I had just gotten myself into something like quicksand, and due to my studying and repenting from my initial faults, the Most High revealed to me clear guidance on how one should handle these things with a wicked person using a child to try and control me.
For it is written, desire not a multitude of unprofitable children, neither delight in ungodly sons. Though they multiply, rejoice not in them, except the fear of the Lord be with them. Trust not thou in their life, neither respect their multitude.
For one that is just is better than 1,000. And better is it to die without children than to have them that are ungodly. For by one that has understanding shall the city be replenished, but the kindred of the wicked shall speedily become desolate. Ecclesiasticus chapter 16, verse 1 through 4. I love my son, and I was willing to take the proper steps to ensure that he would be able to be raised in an environment that would focus on him becoming a just man. The judge disregarded this and set the tone when he didn't hold SM2 responsible for anything, especially from withholding our son initially.
With that, and then the fact that she withheld him.
Withheld him?
Yes, sir.
When was that?
She withheld him from me after, I want to say, November 2nd, like in November, starting in November, she started withholding them from me. She wouldn't meet.
What does that mean, withhold?
She wouldn't meet at the location that we were meeting for the custody exchange due to the fact that I wasn't coming to her home. But
why wouldn't you go to her home?
Because she claimed that I abused her and that I tried to break in, Your Honor. And if she's willing to come in here and state that in court and put that in her writing, why would I put myself? I didn't want to put myself in a situation where we were, I was being accused of something else.
So she didn't want you to come to her home. She wanted you to meet where?
No, she wanted me to come to her home, or she come to mine.
Oh, I see. You wanted to request that she meet somewhere else.
Yes, sir. I requested that she meet at a police department, the VA hospital, and she chose Aliante.
Did the order require that?
It didn't require that.
So then how is she in violation of the order?
Because we created a routine according to...
So she was in violation of the routine?
Yes, sir.
But you're asking me to hold her in contempt of my order. Is there a specific order that required her to meet at one of those places?
No, sir.
Okay. Go ahead.
And that's it. That was my argument.
Okay.
He rewarded her bad behavior by ignoring my request to hold her in contempt. The process to have cases viewed take a while, and with the behavior of SM2, she would be able to continue bringing chaos within my life, weakening my mental health in hopes that she will see a spiritual CEO crash out. One may think that this is only an assumption. I'm just speaking this into existence. Check how things line up. Here are tickets that I had for an NFL game. I reached out and asked if I could pick up our son on this day. She did the usual and attempted to gaslight me. One can see that she claimed that I denied our son medical attention due to not wanting to be in the same car with her. This is someone who testified in court that I choked her, and she got an official document that state that I did this without any proof to substantiate any of it. I also suggested that I passed on the information that I got from the doctor, but she swore that she had to be there. So the fact that she needed to try and control something so simple, it let me know that our son's medical issue wasn't that serious. And if my child is about to pass away and you telling me this is the only way that I can get him treatment, I'm gonna refuse to allow him to get that treatment? Come on, man, that's just foolish. I'm this big bad guy who abused you and all that stuff, but yet you want to be in a car with me one-on-one. Nah, I'm good. As far as the request, I expected it, so I thank her and I brought him some merch for when I would see him again. I was reading up and I decided to do RV life. I started talking with our son about camping trips and I got him hyped a couple months earlier. I wanted him to be excited for him. I took him and we bought a new truck that he got to pick out.
All right, Toyota, we got a lucky bell ring. Let's go! Yay! Yeah!
Went browsing, looking at RVs, but he didn't know that I purchased it when I did because I wanted that to be a surprise for him. I purchased it, that week after the game that I was asking to take him to. I spent the days before that I was supposed to pick him up, getting it set up so we can make sure that he enjoyed it. He liked this game called Castle Crashers, so I made sure that I had the PlayStation and the Starlink ready to go. Starlink is the Wi-Fi. You want to watch movies or anything. I had the things, the Starfire and all that stuff, but with the outdoors, when you're dealing with a newcomer, you must ease them into it. Some people, they take to it, but some people, especially my son, being that he never experienced it before, I wanted to ease him into it in case he got tired of doing the outdoor stuff. We always had the Castle Crashers or whatever he wanted to play, the movies that he wanted to watch. He had that to fall back on. Now, I passed out the night before the pickup, and I woke up later than I usually get up. I rushed to get to the SM2 house, being that the final order stated that the pickup and exchange locations would be at each other's houses, and we had to use this honk and seatbelt method. It's a stipulation where the parents weren't allowed to come out the home, but we can send the child once we hear other parents picking up honk the horn. The child then can open the vehicle and jump in and buckle up. Let me state, I wasn't okay at all with this, going to her house or her coming to my house, because of the lies that was being told. But this is another reason, like, I noticed that it wouldn't make no sense to go back before the court, because I kept saying that this person is committing perjury and lying and all this stuff, and yet with the final orders it stated everything she said. I just questioned, like, why am I being treated as if I'm the criminal in this situation? And I really need my fellow brothers to understand that, hey, I'm the one who's coming forth trying to get everything in order. I'm not trying to tell you not to do what you need to do, but when you find yourself in a situation where you're dealing with wickedness, you got to prepare yourself. This is what more than likely you're going to deal with. You see the stories of all these other guys who's dealing with this, but we act as if it's not us, so it doesn't matter. Or like I stated before, I look down on people because I thought, well, maybe it's because, you know, they did something wrong. But the reason I'm trying to be transparent is because I want to show you guys that no, this is just the way it's set up. And you see them now, they're trying to do all this stuff to get you to still fall for the trick. Oh, we making divorce 50-50, which unfortunately the state that I was in stated that it was 50-50, yet I got 80 hours. So when you sit up here and you be like, well, you know, I'm pretty sure someone would be like, well, you shouldn't have went in there without a lawyer. I'm like, I'm respectful. I'm able to present, if you ask me a question, I'm able to talk and explain to you what it is. But if I'm having to combat lies and untruths, if that's something that I have to do, and you're a judge and I'm pretty sure you know that this is what's going on in this arena, if you see this and you allow it, then by all means, you know, I understand what I'm dealing with. I understand where I'm at. And just blew me away when one of the main things that I was stating that I wasn't comfortable with was going to this person's house or meeting up without a third party involved, and yet he still put it in the order to where you must meet up at these locations. I just was like, yo man, this judge, like, this system is jacked up. It just shows me how truly disgusting this judicial process is. But our scheduled time for the exchange is at 8 o'clock. I got there at 8:15. You can see here what SM2 claimed because I was late. Our son was sad, and she promised our 4-year-old a trip to Starbucks. Come on, man. We went back and forth, and then I saw her mom pull up, so I'm thinking, cool, I can just grab them and go because they are returning. Well, I saw our son walk out of the house, and SM2 rushed him to her mother's car. I wrote to her, can you send our son? Realizing that I was becoming irate, I questioned, why am I arguing? She knocked on my truck's window, trying to hold a conversation, but I continued talking through the app, and when I saw that she refused to send our son, drove off. She was trying to gaslight in this situation. You can see where she claimed that I pulled off and I almost ran over her feet. Took this as proof that she was violating the order because, hey, she wasn't even supposed to be at the house, but I was stressed at the whole situation because I was having to make this decision to go before the court again and waste more time and energy trying to avoid having to spend another fortune for doing what is right. That's when I tried to compromise and stated that I would just get them next week to ensure that I get all my time. It's only 80 hours. SM2, she said no, and she framed it as if I was disrespecting her due to that final order claiming that this was what I was doing as well. I understood then it was no point. This is when I saw that it was unprofitable for me to continue trying to do anything with our son. The RV that I bought, it was a grip, and the truck, like that stuff ain't cheap. And tickets, for the football game and all that stuff. This stuff, even though the tickets was gifted to me, that's the only reason I had them on the day that it was the Sunday that I didn't have them. That's the only reason I requested it. And when I saw that, I was like, man, it's no point. It's unprofitable. Like, trying to raise this child, it would be unprofitable for me at this point, especially when this person is trying to get me to snap to where I'm going to be put in jail. So since that day, I haven't seen our son except for this one day I went to a school, and the school rep made it seem as if I had to do this crazy background check just to speak with our son. You know, I had the orders and everything showing that, hey, I'm his father, you know, I got rights or whatnot. But she was like, oh, we got to send the orders to the whatever protocol they have. But I'm like, it shouldn't have been that extensive to the point where I'm like, here's orders saying that this is my son. Can I see him? Can I talk to him? But, you know, she made that, and I left without trying to, you know, causing a huge scene. So when I was walking out, it was recess, and our son was like over there playing, and I was able to call him to the gate and talk to him, and I let him know that the Most High, I let him know that, you know, I loved him, man. That Daddy always got him. Like, that was, I was saying, who got you? He's like, Daddy got me. Who got you?
Daddy.
And that was that was the yeah. So having to make that's crazy. Having to make the choices to walk away from your seed is how serious this spiritual war is.
Let's minus that circumstance. Let's talk about you in a relationship, you have a child with a woman, and it don't work out, and now you like her and that jit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if a man can do that, who are you as a homeboy? If he can do that to his own seed, his own flesh and blood. If that's his perception, if I don't F with the mom, I ain't F with the jit, who are you? Why you think who you think you is?
Scriptures are like a GPS. Once you get off course, it will reroute you. But you have to make sure that you are looking at it and understanding the instructions given.
For it is written, for the blessing of a father established the house of children, but the curse of the mother rooteth out foundation. Glory not in the dishonor of thy father, for thy father dishonor is no glory unto thee. Ecclesiasticus chapter 3, verse 9 and 11.
This is why I call the position the Most High has called us to play as the head, the spiritual CEO. Tough choices and decisions must be made. If you don't even consider preparing yourself to walk away after finding out that you've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, ran amok, flat out deceived by the person you placed in the role of wife, you may want to hold off on creating these spiritual contracts that brings about children. Worldly wisdom tells us it's okay to let things slide, but if one is planning on being lukewarm, who claim that they're following the scripture, yet is being controlled by a person who is doing treacherous things to get their way, I warn other spiritual CEOs to be aware, because two can't walk together unless they're in agreement. Given the understanding of what is happening in this society, I want to ensure that the loss of my seed was not in vain. As I wrote these notes, I felt the tears wanting to come out. The way I found peace is accepting, not blaming anyone, that my son was cheated from having a father who loved him dearly because I followed my lustful desires. Hopefully, all you grown men who think your father left you for no reason understand that this is the society attempt to keep us in Sodom and Gomorrah. Don't be mad at anyone. Be thankful that you know the truth. Go forth and garner your peace, since you now have this understanding. Don't forget your boundaries, because the past will come back trying to destroy what the Most High is blessing you with.
Move. Real parents will sacrifice for the children to make sure the children can move ahead. The real reward for a parent is seeing your children succeed. If you do anything purposely to stop your child from succeeding or to make it more difficult for them, you are not a real parent. You are just so happen to have a child to procreate, but you're not a parent. Parents do not put stumbling blocks in front of their children. Parents do not do things to spite their children. You may discipline your child. You don't do things to spite your children. This was just pure spite, pure evil, and I'm sure karma will circulate back to her. The best thing you can do is leave your mama alone. My granddaddy used to say you got to feed the devil with a long handled spoon, and that is exactly what you need to do with your mama. Long handled spoon.
The walk of the spiritual CEO, sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, it seems like a burden. Don't look at the wicked and compare. Don't fall for thinking that, man, I should just go and do it this way because it seems like they're winning. No, you gotta stand fast.
That's an injustice. That should be a crime.
I think it should be a crime.
To have a baby that lacks protection.
A baby that is lost and is coached on to being lost throughout its childhood and into adulthood. And the woman, even when they find out she's been deceptive, she's not prosecuted.
Right.
There's no consequence for her destroying the life of the child and the father.
Right. It should be though. That's
what I'm saying. There is no consequence. She can do whatever she want to do.
Yeah, I mean, these types of children, man, have trouble coping with their insecurities, fitting in society. They seek any attention because the father wasn't there to taper the type of attention that's necessary to be respected. So to these types of people, all attention is good to them, you know.
She operates with immunity with all her deception.
Right.
There's no consequence. Can you imagine living somewhere where there's simply no consequence for whatever she's caught lying about?
Right.
As a spiritual CEO, the Most High has given us the tools to go forward. But if you got someone alone with you that's looking back, you gotta allow them their right. You gotta put them boundaries up, and you gotta make sure that you don't allow the enemy back in. What's the scripture that talks about if the demon leaves, if he comes back, he's gonna find the door open, and he's gonna bring 7 extra spirits with him? Like, man, I'm telling you, I never looked at it as your child or someone that you love, but man, from a spiritual sense, that makes a lot more sense. Trust in his plan and make sure that you take your time in making better choices going forward as you sow your seeds. To conclude,
For it is written, he that hateth to be reprimanded is in the way of sinners. He that feared the Lord will repent from his heart. Ecclesiasticus chapter 21 verse 6.
in this presentation, I've addressed why my son was truly the one violated throughout this process.
Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, come on, let's do it.
I then explained why things happen from my perspective that caused me to end a relationship with my son. And I finished off by expounding on how a spiritual CEO can find healing and move forward with nothing hindering him from his walk with the Most High. In closing, my spiritual brethren, I wanted to share this testimony through being transparent to a battle that most of us must go through. The biggest reason I almost failed during my spiritual walk was the fact that I had a child and I needed to ensure that he was good. Due to SM2 willingness to perjure herself before the courts.
And it wasn't until this case started in October and now post December 12th that he's actually had time with the child, correct?
And a lawyer willing to take the unknown factors and rewrite the narrative for a judge who seemed determined to misunderstand me in all that I was saying.
Mine relationship.
This is text messages with.
No, it was text messages with Mr. was stating, because I'm not here to say that, because I know they stated I never had him one-on-one. I never had him one-on-one. Well, I never had him one-on-one due to the fact that she she restricted that because she knew I wanted to confirm paternity, but she was there the whole time, and these text messages would show that she was there the whole time, and would show that it was a consistent relationship that me and her had up until March of 2020. April.
You and who?
Me and
Jacob's a girl?
No, Jacob's our son.
You said me and her.
No, me and
consistent
Mr.
relationship
Willis
that
and
me and
our
her had is what you said.
Yes. Okay. Yes, sir.
And I said with who, and you said with Jacob. So I'm confused.
Okay, no, because again, my relationship with her correlates with.
Nope.
Okay.
Your relationship with her doesn't have anything to do with your relationship with the child.
Okay, but like I'm saying that like when she was around, he was around, and
Oh, so all the interaction you had with the child, she was present for.
yes, sir.
Okay.
I now understand that the 80 hours given each month was enough time for me to realize that it was time to say goodbye to my son.
And it wasn't until this case started in October and now post December 12th that he's actually had time with the child, correct?
Correct.
The status quo, basically, for them to claim that the status quo was the fact that I wasn't in my child's life, I feel like, that was, it was just a violation or whatnot to NSR 145.
And it wasn't until this case started in October and now post December 12th that he's actually had time with the child, correct?
Correct.
I know, like these videos, these presentations, it seemed like I was blaming, but it's truly only to show you guys from a person who made these decisions, this is what I had to deal with. Everything that happened came from me being lustful, plain and simple. There's no knock on SM2, there's no knock on the lawyer, there's no knock on the judge or the judicial system. It was me wanting to freaking bust a nut. Like, that's basically it. All came from that, being lustful. So when I hear guys talk about, oh man, go out there and have your fun and go, pay to play and all that stuff, I'm like, dude, if you're willing to do that much for for your flesh, man, by all means, you got the right to do whatever you want. Don't be surprised if you do that and then you switch up and the Most High, you realize what's going on, because that life that you was living, when you lean onto your own, like, that's what he meant by that. Like, you lean into your own understanding. You go live your life thinking, okay, I'm doing this right, and when you realize that that life that you was living is no good, it's Sodom and Gomorrah, you have to turn away from it. You can't look back at that life. And you got people who, they do a lot, and they think that they're talking in a worldly sense, like, oh, I'm gonna be put in the grave and all that stuff. No, it's the spiritual death. That's what the snake did at the beginning. You're gonna go and build all of this up, like I built this whole family up. And sure enough, when it was revealed to me, everything has to go.
Well, how do you win? Leave. It is better to be a deadbeat dad than be subjugated to the will of a fatherless woman. The child, if it makes it past its adolescent years, will be fine. But to stick around and let your child see a woman destroy you with deceit and lies, it's just it's not something that's going to benefit you in the long run. You're going to have a stroke, something is going to happen, and people just going to say, oh, you was a decent guy. But leave and be respected. Come back when the child is dunking.
And unfortunately, my son, he was the one who is truly the one that's getting violated. So when I say that I was finding peace with judicial violation, he was violated. He has to live without having his father there, and it's only my fault. Everyone else, they played the role that they are playing. Like, how can I look at the car dealer and be mad that he charged me $10,000 over MSRP when that's my choice to go and buy the car if I choose to get it? So I have to take responsibility from opening the door, and we have to realize that if we make these mistakes, it's not going to be like a fairy tale every time where we live happily ever after. This is why I hope that you guys just make a better decision going forth and not have to deal with what I'm dealing with. This is heart-wrenching, and you just have to make sure that going forward that you just do better in your choices. Following your own desires will only lead to the demise of whatever you build without consulting with the Lord first. Don't make the mistake of thinking that the Most High will allow you to escape with your ill-gotten gains. I hope this helped all of you who ended up on the other side, like my son, understand that this is something that could have happened in your situation with your father. With so much advice out there in this world, understand that the Most High is the answer. Study to show yourself approved by Him. Forgive all that are involved, because the pure heart and solid boundaries is the only way to get to the next level. Thank you for making it to the end with me.
This is Peace Beyond Understanding. I'm Macro Spirit, and I hope you've gotten clarity and guidance for your spiritual walk.
If you like this, find it valuable, let me know in the comments below. Share this with others that you believe will benefit from this. If you would like to support, links and info on how you can donate are in the descriptions below. Until next time,
Put the Most High first. Know your values, stay humble, and get spiritual. Let's go.
The blessing for the taking, emotion leave you naked. Pure like dove, wild like serpent, but they claim you pagan. No faking, ain't breaking, you demonized if you embrace this. They hate and speak flagrant, truly only got them Nathan. You paid for someone sees with a foul sapient. Distant control, spacing like limb time should be taken. I know so many show the truth when you don't go through foes. Don't come close with your glow, they get exposed. The puff, they magical and blow, go up they know. If they strike you from your purpose, well son, let it go. Be cold when they get close, hit them with a hymen post. Hit ghost when underlined, cut off, be so spiritual. When their buddies screaming YOLO, sign and start moving solo. To wanna hold them, already told them on ways to let most control them.
And it wasn't until this case started in October and now post December 12th that he's actually had time with the child, correct?
Correct.
A few moments later.
Being that I was always in his life, he
keep
stayed.
saying you were always in his life.
No.
You indicated earlier that you were in his life since December of 19, and then I asked what does that mean, and you still haven't told me what that means.
December 21st, 2019, I was in his life continuously.
What does in his life mean to you?
As a father.
What does that mean?
Basically, I was providing everything that that I believe that a father was.
Financially.
Well, not financially. Like, that was part of it, but I wasn't, as far as support, I can't say that because, again, I didn't know because I was blocked from getting paternity.
A few moments later.
And I just wanted to...
I need you to establish that it's in the child's best interest to have an ongoing, consistent relationship with you.
Okay.
Perhaps you could focus on that.
Okay, so I was... as soon as I found out that I would receive custody or whatnot, I mean, I was confirmed the father. I made sure that he had everything, medical and dental health care. I made sure that he was good to go. He has all the benefits, and
so he didn't have health insurance from you until after paternity?
Yes, sir. I can't. In order for me to give him paternity, he had to be on. Well,
what else?
Okay, and I had him, and I don't know. My relationship has been like my relationship has been my relationship, and it's just since I got paternity and
A few moments later.
Live with you?
He had clothes, he had everything at my house that he had at my house. It was.
I thought you just said you never had a one-on-one with the child.
Every time, but
I see.
Yes.
Okay.
It was a relationship that I thought was the normal of what kind of. It was just the fact that she had kids and she had her house as well. So. Come on. Yeah, come on, let's go.
See?
No, go hit the ball. Come on. Good job.
2-1.
Yeah. Come on. See? Like, come on, go. You did good. Huh? Good job. How did... Boom. Got finished. Come on.
No, you're not gonna put your hands in my hands. Hey, are you doing it with him?
5, harder. Harder. 5, 6, 6, 6. Come on, do like this. Keep your guard right here. And 6, go up, straight up. Yeah, 6. Yeah, I like that. Get back, go back to your stance. Come on. You gotta go back to your stance. I know. You gotta go back. Come on. Forward. Let's go forward. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Come on. Get up here. Oh, not yet. We gotta work on walking. Let's go. Now go back. Come on. Quicker. Come on. Get back in your stance. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Come on. Come on. Uh, uh. Yeah. Yeah. Let's play the game. Come on.
Drones inbound.
Ooh! Can you copy me?
Huh?
Your dad of the year, the best up in here. Don't compare, swear not to bring a mom to tears.
What you doing? Oh! Oh! Get it! Get it! Get it! Get it! Get it! Ah! Ah! You still yapping, huh? Okay, so we had an accident. We can't tell you who won because we don't want to give it away. But again, I go with my glass ceiling.
This is mine.
No, that's mine.
Daddy.
Huh?
I want this to be my team.
You. So okay, I take Toad. I take Toad.
No. They're both my teams.
No, you gotta get one team up. I gotta get one of the team.
Okay, I guess.
Which one you want?
Both of them.
No, you can't get both of them.
Okay, yeah.
You ready? You gonna catch me?
Okay.
Okay. You ready? Step back some. I'm gonna jump far. Right there. You think I can make that? You gonna catch me?
Oh, just push me.
Yeah. Come on. Okay.
I see I can catch you.
Step back so I can jump further. Step back a little more. Yeah. Right there. You ready? Come up a little bit. I thought I could. What happened? You didn't catch me. You supposed to have caught me. What happened? You like it? Okay. Want to get another bite? With the pink and blue?
Hey, we forgot the something.
Hmm?
We forgot something.
What?
Read the Bible.
We're going to read the Bible?
While we eat.
Okay.
Remember the good times, appreciate the lessons.
Thanks for watching.